Yep, if you read the title, we're back to this series. Well, the sequel, Disney Villains War 2 Round 1. Now, I have been wanting to get into this, so I'm sure there's people that are questioning each of them. Some of you guys already know what's going on, but there are some you guys probably don't get what's going on. I don't really know if there are people who knew some of these things, but there's a specific thing, but I will get to it. So, Disney Villains War Round 2, Round 1. Let's begin. Okay, that's a cool thing. I think it's from God of War series. So we start off, we see David Xanatos after his defeat from the first war. He makes a scheme that he'd go back on top. Then we see Owen about to activate the MCP, but the MCP has plans in store. Oh ho ho! It's gonna be interesting now. Okay, now the first fight in the live action universe. Ramsley versus Blackbeard. We see Blackbeard has entered the house of 999 hunts of ghosts themselves. But Ramsley is not taking kindly to prisoners. Well, he's here because he wants to know where the Fountain of Youth is. Well, he thought it might be one of the locations, so he probably needs the map of the Fountain of Youth to find. I've already explained in Villains Battles that I just don't care for Blackbeard. We all know of him from history, but what do we know of him from the movie? How did he get the magic sword? How did he get a crew of zombies? How did he put all the ships in tiny bubbles? That's been bothering me ever since. But it looks like Blackbeard's using his magic sword. Oh, and Ramsley is bringing all the ghosts to help him fight Blackbeard. But Blackbeard is using the sword to... Okay, I will admit that's pretty epic. He summons this dragon from hell itself to bring Ramsley to hell. Man, Blackbeard, I know you were a vicious pirate, but I didn't think you'd be vicious that much. And Blackbeard wins. Next fight, Zerg versus Lotso? Really? I will admit, that does make sense because they're both Toy Story villains. So, one of his minions has found a portal to another dimension. Well, he needs to see, investigate. He ends up in the CGI universe as a toy. It's like, wait, how the heck did I become a toy? And how did I get inside the box? Why are all you toys chewy? I like that you added the end credits of Zerg entering Sunnyside while Lotso is still in charge. Oh, he's pointing a gun at them and I feel sorry for the toys. Okay, Lotso's pretty epic. I mean, he doesn't care if there's a gun pointing at him. I think in the description it's something that... Oh, okay, that's all it is. Oh, looks like Zerg is carrying Lotso and he's gonna throw him in the trash. They went all the way outside all of a sudden, huh? Zerg wins. The next fight. The Huntsman from American Dragon Jake Long versus the Baxen from Winnie the Pooh, the movie. See, Frollo has hired the Huntsman to hunt down the Baxen. And so he hunts them down and, oh no, is Frollo gonna massacre the 100-acre wood residence? That's just gonna kill all of our childhoods. Our childhood hearts, that is. Kinda interesting you're using the chalkboard of drawing of the Baxen. I don't know why, it's just kinda interesting to see that. We don't see him until the end after credits. But we see him in the end credits but he's actually a very nice guy. Whoa! And the Huntsman wins. And Hades has watched the whole thing. Then now the next fight. Duke Ickthorn from The Adventures of the Gummy Bears versus Frollo. Duke Ickthorn has traveled to Morva to ask the witches something like a strength to help him, something to help him to fight down Frollo to take over all of France, Paris. And he has a potion. So he has an army of goblins with him. And so the battle begins. And I will admit, this is a pretty epic fight. You got all of Frollo's men who are, humans, fighting against the goblins who are led by one human. Which, if you guys have never seen The Adventures of the Gummy Bears, I'll leave the link down below of Disney Summer from Doug Walker. It's going to be a very long video you might watch. He drinks a potion, and now he's strong enough to carry a boulder. I would react to if I saw someone carrying a boulder. Or carry the whole house. Imagine someone carry the whole house just to crash you. Like, holy crap! Not sure if that's a smart move. Whoa! Oh, it went off. The potion went off. Through the chimney. And Frollo wins. Well, Duke Icthorn's gonna go to the Palace of Justice, I guess. Now back to the live-action universe. David Jones versus Miraz. I think that's his name. I haven't seen Prince Caspian in a long time. Yeah, it is Miraz. So Davy Jones has been summoned by Lord Cutler Beckett. That he wants him to get rid of all the those. I need to get that movie again. To end the Telmarine threat. Well, he's not happy about it, but he's like, yeah, all right, I'll help you out. Let's just say Prince Caspian's kind of a guilty pleasure for me, and I know a lot of people really hate the Prince Caspian movie, but the book, I will admit, is much better. But I have not read, even Doug Walker has it as his guilty pleasure. A lot of people say that the other two Narnia movies were not good, but the first one was the only good one, period. And I will admit, but I still like all three of them. Even I do love the first one. Yes, I still have three of them. It's just a special place in my childhood heart. It's like Davy Jones killed Miraz, and now all of the Telmarines. I'm not sure if you pronounced it right. Oh, is Davy Jones gonna summon the Kraken? Oh no, it's the River God. Wait, what were the Pevensian children and Caspian doing here? Well, Davy Jones wins completely. Next fight, Zarg versus Master Xehanort. The MCP has caught up that Master Xehanort wants to escape the CGI realm. He's not going to tolerate this, so he sends Zarg to deal with this old Keyblade Master. Makes me question who's going to win. So Zarg arrives to put a stop to this. He's like, who is interrupting me now while I'm trying to go to another universe? Okay, that's kind of cool. Actually, that thing who's like the boss battle in Kingdom Hearts 2 in Space Paranoids was never in the movie. It was just a character made up for the game. Yeah, kind of sad to know that, huh? May look like he win, but, oh, there's another Heartless. And Zarg wins. Now for the epilogue, we see Diablo, who is released from a stone prison, I guess after Dr. Feslius' defeat, that is, he's back to normal. Somehow ends up in the CGI realm. How did he do it? I don't know. Brings in Maleficent's her clothing. And she's alive. Uh-huh. Okay, I always love Mind Heist. Then now in the live action universe, we see Queen Narissa has also cheated death. How on earth did they both cheat at death? It's beyond me, and I'd rather not question too much. Oh, now we sit back to see Maleficent in the CGI realm. She brings forth brings back all the villains who have died in the first war, but into this dimension. Shan Yu, Captain James Hook, and Pete. Huh. And then we see Hades is here as tongue-tied, as recruited Akenda to help him against the threat of Frollo. I guess Frollo is growing his empire, I guess. Then we see Blackbeard and Lord Cutler Beckett to forge an alliance to face off against much bigger threats, huh? I mean, sure, why not? You have an H.P. Lovecraftian inspiration villain like Davy Jones. Why not bring in a historical villain? Oh well. How does it go then this one again? Oh yeah, this is all observed by the MCP who tells Zarg to keep a good eye on all the wars that are happening. Acknowledge. Then we see a mysterious man in a cloak, a black robe, cloak that is, hacking into Ansem's computer. And this has turned out to be Ansem. Oh, this makes me happy. We get to see Kingdom Hearts villains. Yes, finally! Now I get to commentate in this war with Kingdom Hearts villains. So that was Disney Villains War 2, Round 1. That was pretty good.